Good morning. It is Friday. Ooh, let's get that. It is Friday, June 27th, day after chemo. We are at the dollar store.
Is that gonna waste my money?
No, I can get this because I'm trying to get a few house things. So I did get the new hampers. But this is to put, where could we hang this? I know, but are we putting that in the bathtub or are we putting that over the sink?
Like when you do a bath, I guess.
I need this for this, something to hold the soap. In a minute. Yeah. Let's just be here for a second. We're just looking at some stuff. So we are out and about shopping. The kids had their blood drawn this morning. That is always a nightmare and a half. I had to legit restrain physically my son because that's just tough. My daughter did a great job. A few tears, but got through it. So we're at the dollar store. They have a shopping spree. Jack can get 5 items. Kennedy can get 2 items. And then I'm getting just a few little household items that I need.
I'm gonna get 2 items because I'm gonna get a controller.
She earned a controller for her gaming setup for doing her blood work. So let me finish up here because I've got to get home. The baby is sleeping. My husband is working from home, so he's in the basement, but I don't want the baby to wake up and, him have to go crazy working, taking care of the baby. So let me hurry up and I'll see you on the next clip. And we will talk a little bit about how I'm feeling and how the rest of this last week is gonna pan out on the Chemo Chronicles.
Look, there was an arrow horn here.
All right, so we're doing our little shopping. So you got 2 things, buddy?
Look, you can press it and then it zooms in the air. I seen those things.
Remember, we got to get home because the baby's gonna start waking up soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, what are we picking? There's so much to choose at the dollar store. It's not really a dollar store because stuff is like $1.25. I see $4 tags here. I see $2.49.
I found tops.
Up there.
Yeah.
So
I found actual
a
tops.
fake dollar store.
I found a rat.
Ooh.
It's like a gummy rat, but it's not edible.
We do not allow rats in our house. Absolutely no.
Yes, we do.
Oh no, we don't. Girl, that thing.
It's a rat, but it's not edible.
Okay. What's up, guys? It's about 5:40 p.m. on Friday, June 27th. I am currently walking to physical therapy, my second physical therapy. I'm excited. I did some of the exercises that the therapist told me to do. And man, you don't realize how weak you are until you start exercising. And you realize, holy cow, I am truly weak. So, but we're gonna go do that. Oh my God, that truck. Let me see if you see it. You can't see him. That blue truck hit my car. We were never able to prove it. That's why I need a camera on my property, but I know it was him. Whatever. I digress. All right, so what is the point that I wanted to address today, day after chemo? Protecting my peace. I started learning early on in this journey that my peace needed to be protected at all costs. And I mean, this is like even way before cancer. I would say when I became a mother, and then I became a mother of 2, and I started realizing, like, how do I juggle all of this? I started realizing I had to say no to certain things. Say no to the things that don't really serve me any purpose. Say no to the people that really aren't going to invest in my life. Like, if I'm gonna invest my time and my energy in your project and in you, then when I am in need, you got to come through. And a lot of times people don't come through. So I've been saying no quite a lot to certain things. But the way that I started personally protecting my peace, I stopped watching all of these crazy YouTube videos on cancer. I still do from time to time because I'm still curious, but when I was first diagnosed, I would watch the videos all the time, to the point where my feed for YouTube and Instagram and Facebook started just looking like a cancer feed. Everything was cancer. And it wasn't just like regular cancer, it was like stage 4 cancer, I'm dying tomorrow type videos. And that just started depressing me a lot. So I stopped watching them. I stopped overly searching for like cancer research and just wanting to know everything about it, because it was just too much. So that was one of the ways I started protecting my peace. I also stopped, like the music in the back, I also stopped watching TV a lot, just because, watching the news, what's going on in the world, the way that our world is taking a turn for what I feel is the worst turn ever. I'm super into politics, but I have had to stop watching that and keeping up with White House briefings and whatnot, because it was too much to handle. So I stopped doing that. I started just focusing on my mental health and well-being by doing the things that fill my heart with joy. What are those things? Going to church, worship music, going to my support groups, hanging out with my kids, taking walks outside and on my treadmill, coloring, word search puzzles. What else have I done? Taking it easy, like if there are a pile of dishes in the sink, there were nights where I woke up the next day and the pile of dishes were there. Doing as much laundry as I can when I can, and sometimes doing the laundry but just leaving it in the basket and picking my clothes out of the basket. Not the most ideal setup, but it was the setup that has helped me get through. So if there's anyone that's dealing with cancer or any other type of life-altering situation, protect your peace. Protect it. Stay away from the people that all they do is feed negativity to your heart. Stay away from that. And allow yourself to heal, Am I fully healed and fully like, yeah, I'm feeling great, I rang that bell and cancer's over? No. There's still a part of me that's like, I got time. There's still a part of me that is still hurting on the inside from the reality of, holy cow, you had cancer. The scars on my body tell me that I'm still dealing with this. I was saying before, with physical therapy, doing the exercises that the therapist is having me do, simple, like raise your arm like 20 times. Real simple. Like, I am legit worn out by the time I do that. Not even by the time I get to the 20th rep. Literally, like in the middle. At the 10th repetition, I'm done. So those feelings of I can't even get through 20 arm raises, it's a reminder of the battlefield that I am still in. But really focusing on myself and on healing my heart and my mind are giving me the strength to be able to heal my body physically. I have had to, and you know what I've noticed after editing all these videos? I say a lot. And so I'm going to be working on my public speaking, because I do not want to be that person that every time she speaks, like, and like, like all those filler words that are not necessary. So I am going to be working on that. But seriously, going back to what I was saying, one of the ways that I've also had to protect my peace is I have kindly told certain people to not contact me through my phone. It's it's important for me to keep certain people at arm's length because of just our history, and I have no ill will toward anybody. But I do, like I said, I want to protect my peace at all costs. So I allow people to contact me, through my social media, because I can control that a little bit better. But when people contact me through my phone, that is like direct access to me. And I don't allow everyone and anyone to have direct access to me. And neither should you, right? So I really compartmentalize my life that way. Just like I said at the beginning of my whole cancer journey, I've compartmentalized this journey to YouTube and only to YouTube. Sometimes on Facebook, I'll post here and there. I don't really post on TikTok. Instagram, I've stopped posting aside from posting on my stories. But YouTube is the place where I have cancer every day because I vlog every day about it. But the other places I don't, right? Certain areas, like when I go to church, when I go to, when I go to work, those are the places where I don't have cancer because those are the places where they allow me to feel normal and to feel human. And so I don't like to talk too much about cancer in those spaces. I'm feeling a little bit better about it now, but for a while it was like, no, when I'm at work, do not ask me about cancer because work is sacred to me. When I'm at church, okay, maybe mention it once or twice, but I want to focus on God and my relationship with God. So that is how I've been protecting my peace. And like I was saying, to anyone that's dealing with any type of craziness in their life, protect your peace. Because if you allow everyone and anyone to have access to you, to have access to your thoughts, access to your feelings, access to your heart, you're leaving yourself open to a world of craziness. And I'm not about that life. So that is my thought for today, my second day post last treatment. And that's what I've been really pondering on today. Like, how will I continue to protect my peace as I move on to the next phase of this journey? So I would love to hear your thoughts. Comment below. Tell me how you protect your peace. Tell me what you do to kind of get through whatever it is you're going through. And maybe something that you share can inspire me, or something that you share can inspire somebody else that reads your comments. So thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you tomorrow so you can hear my thoughts on, this ending of chemotherapy and starting up of radiation, which will start in the middle of July. So I love you guys. Thank you for your prayers, for your support, and I will see you